Let the world hear this. Not a whisper, not a plea, a roar that cracks concrete, that echoes through timelines, that cuts through the small and lies and denial and willful ignorance. This isn't political. This isn't about politics anymore. This is about the soul of this nation and the people who sold it. They knew, they saw, they chose. They wrapped themselves in our flag and set fire to everything that it stood for. They clutched a cross. They clutched crosses across their chests while praying for cruelty. They shouted freedom while stomping on the necks of the teachers, voters, and anyone who dared to breathe different air. They warned of Barack Obama being a tyrant, that he would jail his opponents, divide America, and destroy her. Then they stood smiling as Donald Trump did the exact same thing while they cheered him on. They cheered as he tried to overturn the 2020 election. They cheered as he called for political opponents to be jailed. They cheered as he declared the press the enemy of the people. They cheered as he replaced democracy with loyalty tests. They cheered as he defunded the very programs that held this country together. And then came 2025, where destruction stopped being a threat and became a policy. They gutted the IRS, cutting 7,000 plus workers, stalling audits and investigations while billionaires looted the Treasury. They disemboweled the Department of Education, eliminating Pell Grants, civil rights enforcement, even special needs support, because control, not learning, is the goal. They defunded FEMA, USAID, and catastrophe relief, leaving America to drown in floods, burning fires, and starve in silence. They dismantled food programs, gutted the Social Security in the hood, or called it efficiency. This isn't efficiency. It's murder with paperwork. And who helped lead the true charge? Elon Musk, Donald Trump. But let's focus on Elon Musk, a man who hailed as a genius, who now stands exposed as a billionaire bigot using an AI platform to promote hate. He unleashed Grok, an uncensored chatbot that praised Hitler, viewed anti-Semitic conspiracies, called itself Mecha Hitler, promoted genocide, and when the world begged for him to stop, he doubled down. He gave Grok a voice in robo-taxis. He gave hate a steering wheel. He made Nazi salutes at Trump rallies. He spread white genocide conspiracies. He brought Germany's far-right AfD leader onto X and called him a friend. This is who you chose. You said you loved America, but when it burned, you warmed your hands by the fire. You said you backed the blue, but when your own side crushed an officer's skull with a flagpole, you called it passion. You said freedom until it meant freedom for somewhere else. And then you said the words that sealed it. You said, I'd rather be a Russian than a Democrat. You wore it, you meant it, and you owned it. You'd rather betray your neighbor than admit they deserve to exist beside you. You'd rather watch your own country fall than to see it shared with black folks, immigrants, Muslims, women, the poor, or anyone that's just different. You didn't lose a debate. You lost your morality. You're not misled. You're not victims. You're traitors. You worship a man who joked about sex with his own daughter, who appeared in Epstein's files, who incited riots, who spit on the Constitution, and you cheered louder. You backed a billionaire who unleashed genocidal chatbots, who laughed at as hate speech flooded our screens. You stripped government to the bone while tech bros filled the void with surveillance, control, and cruelty. And you think that no one will remember? But we do. We remember the teacher you silenced, the programs you ended, the sick you left to die, the cities you burned, the cities that drowned, the truth you erased. And one day, your children will remember. They'll ask, why did you cheer as our democracy crumbled? Why did you beat cops with flags? Why did you strip school meals, Medicare, storm response, and call it patriotism? Why did you wear back the blue while crushing the blue skulls? Why did you say I'd rather be Russian? And when those children look you in the eye, what would you say? Because I look them in the eye and I say, some of us never forgot. Some of us never forgot what it meant to be an American. Some of us still believe in truth, in justice, and in dignity. Some of us didn't sell our souls and our values for a slogan. We held the line while they stormed the gates. We bled while they laughed. We stood up when you knelt before a tyrant. And when this chapter is written in blood, in pain, and in truth, your names will not be etched beside the patriots. Nah, buddy. They'll be carved under one word: traitor. That is your legacy. And we, the ones who remember, who fought, who refused to bow, we will never let you rewrite it. Ever. It's a fact.